Hello everyone, Tina here for Pretty Pink Posh. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to create a couple of fruity cards. We are using the 3x4 stamp set called Citrus. I love that these can create oranges or limes or lemons. We'll be using this along with the coordinating die set. And then we're going to be bringing in the mini scalloped card. We're going to make an A2 size card, but I wanted a little extra pocket on the front that you could open up, and so this works perfect for that. So we'll be using the mini scalloped card on our card today, and also the smile shadow die. All of these are part of Pretty Pink Posh's brand new release, and I'll leave that link down below if you guys want to check it out. There's so many fun new items that are really fruity and fun and citrusy. We're going to jump in and get started. The mini scallop card die is a two-piece set, and it does have stitch detail, and then this looks like stitch detail, but it's actually a perforated edge, which makes it great for folding. So I have we're going to make two cards today. So I have 2 pieces of cardstock, and I'm going to die cut out 2 of my frames with this, and then I'll also take the shadow die here that says smile, and I'll die cut that out too with white cardstock. And then with my inside square panel, I thought we would use some pattern papers. So I'm going to use some polka dot pattern papers. These are my polka dot patterns. They're very soft, and my fruit is going to be a little bit on the bolder side, so I thought we'd use some, we'll create like a sherbet-y kind of a feel. I love sherbet, the colors of sherbet. So we're going to die cut out this square with the 2 pattern papers. So we're doing doubles of both. So this one, 2 of these, and 2 of the outline. Now I also want some white flowers. In our stamp set we have some blossoms, but I wanted some bigger flowers. So for that, I'm going to be using the Pretty Pink Posh Spring Foliage. And I like, let's pick some flowers. I'm going to die cut out these 2 right here. And I'll use the same white cardstock for my white flowers. So I have a bit of die cutting to do. I will run these through, and my die cutting is done. And while I was at it, I had some gray cardstock. For the smile, I die cut out the gray. I kept the negative piece because the dot of the eye is in here. And I did die cut out also a piece of foam for a little bit of dimension, and I layered them together. To do that, it's easier. First, I'll take my shadow. I'm going to use a little bit of glue. And we'll add it behind here. And then you just add that to your foam, and then you add sentiment, and then we will place that on our foam. So I'm going to use smile for both of my cards, but in the messages will be different. We're going to go ahead and adhere this. So we have 2 smiles, and while we're at it, I'm going to also add a little bit of glue. And we're going to layer, I'll flip up the petals here, and we're going to layer both of these flowers together. These are our mini scallop cards. You can see there's stitch detail, which I just love that. And the perforated edge just makes it super easy to fold. So I'm just going to fold both of these in. And then I'm going to take my pattern paper panels, and just using my tape runner, we're going to adhere them to the front of our little scallop cards. Aren't these little note cards so cute? These make cute little lunchbox note cards too. Okay, we're going to put these off to the side, and now we're going to do a little bit of stamping. We're going to use our citrus stamp. We're going to stamp several times here. I'm going to use I'm going to stamp the slice, and actually, yeah, the lemon, and we're going to make this an orange. The larger bloom, and then both of the leaves here. And also the little citrus burst. I'm going to stamp with my black ink. I'm using Memento ink because I'm going to color in my images with my Copic markers. We'll go ahead and stamp those. And then I'm going to remove the whole fruit and stamp a few more times. So I stamped 2 wedges, 2 whole fruit, 4 small leaves, 4 bigger leaves, 2 of the blooms, and 2 of the little, the fruit juice burst. We're going to put this off to the side, and while we have our stamp set out, I'm going to stamp my sentiments on the inside of my note cards here. And to do that, I'm just going to use my VersaFine Onyx black ink. It's a darker ink. And I'm going to stamp it a little bit towards the top. And then for this card, I'm going to use, I wish I could give you a squeeze. Wonderful. So all sentiments are done for the inside of our little note cards. We'll put these aside and let those dry. And in the meantime, I'm going to play a little bit of music while I color. And then when I'm done coloring, I will get you back. Okay, coloring is all done. I'm going to go ahead and use the coordinating die set and die cut out all my images. Now I think I'm going to die cut out or stamp and color in one more of my orange wedges, and then I'll die cut that out as well. My images are all die cut out, and now we get to put together our card. Okay, I have both of my card bases. And I'm going to bring in some pattern papers, some more pattern papers. I have some diagonal stripes and some more tone-on-tone polka dots. I'm going to take the polka dot for my first card. I'm going to take the polka dot pattern paper. I'm going to trim this down. I'm going to trim this down to 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then for my diagonal stripe paper, I'm going to go slightly smaller. So I'm going to go 3 3/4 inches. Let me see. For my diagonal stripe paper, I'm going to trim it down to 3 1/2 inches by 4 3/4. so we can layer these together. I'm going to layer both of these together and then secure them on my card base like so. I did the same thing using different colors of stripes and polka dots. This one has orange with the yellow, so we have a little bit of just different pattern papers. Now what we're going to do is put this off to the side. We're going to take our little mini scallop card. You see how it wants to pop open? I'm going to close it with some twine. So I went through my baker's twine and I found some light blue that's the same color as the background here. Oops. And also some orange. I'm going to take the mini scallop card and I'm going to wrap the twine around. I'm not going to tie a knot just yet because I'm going to reopen this up, but I'm going to put it around the second scallop and then I'm going to flip them around and then I'm going to add some foam tape behind here. Now what this is going to do is going to secure that baker's twine so it's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and remove the release paper off of my foam tape and then we'll flip around. We can untie that knot here. I'll flip it around and then we're going to adhere it to our card front, just evenly spacing it. So I know that twine's not going anywhere, and I'll do the same thing to this panel. Now I'm going to open these up and I have, an extra wedge that I'm going to add to each one of these. I'm going to add it on the inside here along with one of my smaller leaves. And then we're going to add one of our blossoms too. These are the Pretty Pink Posh Pearl White jewels, and I'm going to add the smallest one I can find to the center of these flowers on the inside. And these are so small that I don't think it's going to affect, it's going to add a little bit of shine to that flower, but I don't think it'll affect the closure. In fact, speaking of the closure, we're going to go ahead and close our cards. And I'm going to tie a bow here off to the left. I'll do that to both of my cards. And then I'll go ahead and add some glue behind my bloom. And we'll add that just below the L and the E. And then I will go ahead and tuck a few of my leaves underneath that bloom. I'll do a big leaf and a small leaf. You just want to make sure that you're not securing that twine down with your foam squares when you add those. Now I have my leaves. My leaves I'm going to directly glue down. I'm actually going to glue it underneath the twine here. We'll just kind of slide it underneath here. And then we have our little juicy burst. I'm going to add a little bit of glue behind here, and we'll add this as well. I'm going to add a little extra too for a little added sparkle. Wonderful. And that will finish off my cards today using the Pretty Pink Posh Citrus Stamp Set, the Smile Shadow die set, and the mini Scallop card die. I hope this gives you some fun ideas on how to use this. And when the recipient opens it up, they have a fun little message on the inside. Thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.